Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where I have arrived here in Urmok to speak with Shara Mizadi. Hello there, how are we going?
I am pleased to have your aid and support, friend, and that of the wizards in Kanush.
We reclaimed Kuranzar, but it was not enough. Even possessing the crown of renewed Hamat is not enough, for Barshud remains alive and threatens my young kingdom and its people. We will only be safe when Barshud has been slain, and the Empire of Ordok knows the courage in our hearts and the strength of our sword arms. Even now my soldiers heed this call. Stand by the gate and look for the warriors that come from Kuranzar to join me in the southward road into danger. Alright, let's see these valiant soldiers, all ready and resplendent and prepared to head out into battle. Hmm. They look a bit tired to me. Soldiers weary from battle slowly make their way up the road. Yeah. I hope they all have time to rest. Well, I guess we do need time for the Umbari soldiers to arrive, so maybe they can get some rest in the meantime. Give me a moment to rest, if you would. I am not so young in years, and I feel not the road, nor the fighting that I faced before it. Shara Mizadi wrested my home of Kuranzar from the Bar Kushim and Orkai that held the city, and for that she will have my gratitude and my loyalty, aye, unto death. Many others of my neighbors and my friends feel the same. We knew not that we might be Hamati once again, but the coming of the Shara awakened us to the truth. History is an unbroken chain of links, the past to the present, even as it lies forgotten in the dust or trampled underfoot. Okay. He sounds like he's a bit of a philosopher. What does she have to say? I am almost home. I have dreamt of living here once again in peace, but for how long can I remain in Urmok, knowing that Sharamazadi faces our enemies in distant lands? Her own husband, Ishtala, perished in recent days, and still she fights. But I know not if I am as strong as she. Well, I suppose that's the question. Let's see what we have to say about that. Perhaps we could speak with Glorfindel here. It is always the same, Pineleaf. In this place I see young soldiers of old wars, fighting and dying in battles that they did not cause, and whose roots they cannot see. They fight against Ordach as I fought against Mordor, and they fight for Mizadi as I fought for Gilgalad the High King. Do they think that this will be the last battle that they need to fight, as I believed then? Did I call them young soldiers? Perhaps I am one of them after all, despite my years. I understand Mizadi and her army will travel the longer way through Kudzagid into Murakala, avoiding the dangerous forest road. But Inkanush wishes otherwise. He would have us speak first with Thorvillan, the Kinta Warden of the Grove of Vartulin. It is the wizard's plan to take the forest road through what remains of the Emerald Wood, ensuring that the Utugi did not go that way unseen. It seems a good idea to me. The creatures that we fought at the Dagor Caldithere were fearsome, and I do not want them to prey upon the Kentai. Our kindreds are long divided, but they remain elves, and dear to me even from such a distance. Okay, so talk to Thornvillian at Vertulin. Okay, so going back to the Kentai management area. It appears that we've done enough help for the people here that they've decided to open up a stable master here. Well, that should make things easier in the future if we were ever going to be coming back here, because I suspect that we are going to be going deeper south instead. Well, hello though, Thornvillain.
What brings you back to Vatulin?
I tell Thorvillian that I have come with the Elf Lord Glorfindel and the Wizard Incarnouche to secure the safety of the Emerald Wood on our journey to oppose the Empire of Ordok. My people have noticed strange orc-like creatures moving among the trees outside of Vartulid. We believed them to be orcs at first, but they were dressed strangely and seemed a larger breed than the orcs that we have encountered before. Uh-oh. Well, strangely dressed large orcs. That sound familiar?
These creatures of orc kind of which Thorvillon speaks are almost certainly Utugi.
If you will go and search for signs of these invaders outside of Artulin, I will tell our friend here what we know about these orcs and the Tharduth masters. But be careful. The Ortugi must be driven from some evil purpose if they dare approach the groves of the Kentai. Alright, so the Utugi are gonna be trouble. Let's see if I can find any sign of them around here. Well, I see a fell spirit, but hold on. Feels hostile eyes nearby, and is this a campsite? Yes, it does look like one. Oh! A tasty morsel arrives! Well, I'm not gonna be very tasty. I know some people accuse me of being a tasty snack, but I have no intention of becoming one actually. Well, what do you say about that? As Utiki falls to the ground, defeated. Yes, he does. But one thing for sure, there are definitely Utugi in the area. Definitely an Utugi.
So it is true. The Utugi leave the lands in which they awoke and begin to threaten others nearby.
Our mission grows more serious, Pineleaf. But we can't leave Imhular just yet. While you were gone, Thorvillian spoke to me of a woman about whom I must learn more. He says that she is named Curidwan, and that she has been a friend of the Kentai for as long as he can remember. Thorvillian is one of the Kentai elves, Pineleaf, and his memory is long. How can it be that this woman has lived in this place for such a span? This mystery and others have prompted me to ask a number of questions that I have not before thought to ask. I must speak with this woman. I must speak with Curidwan. All right. Just be careful of her cooking, right?
Will you come with me to speak with this woman? Let me know when you are ready to depart.
All right, let's go.
What is it, Glorfindel? What have you seen?
Oh, well, let's see. What have you seen? There are orcs on the slopes above us. I think that they remain unaware of our presence, which grants us the advantage. Still, we must put an end to their menace. Right. Oh, shall we put an end? Yeah, of course we shall.
Confront the orcs, my friends.
Well, that sort of answers the question. Confront the orcs. Right. Whee! You will not stop us! Are you sure about this? I'm not sure what they're trying to do, so I don't know. It's hard to stop somebody if you don't know what they're planning. I mean, well, if they're planning on raiding the Kentai, I guess we could stop them from doing that. If they're planning on raiding Curidwan, I suppose we could do that I mean, we will have to do that if we're going to speak with her. Okay, there we go. Next. Oh, next set of raiders. Oh, we'll see. I'm sort of running a little bit ahead of Glorfindel here. Okay, good. Oh, next set is right over here. And it looks like we've got an Otugi there with the orcs. I suppose that makes sense. They used to work with Uruks, now they work with Otugi. Alright. So I suppose that I was about to say, are they Uruks 2.0? But the trouble is that, well, the Otugi are technically they predate the making of the Uruks. If we go by Uruks, the oh well. Because well, the Urukai at least were made by Saruman. I know that there were, if you go by the lore that we have here, the other Uruks that we see in Mordor, the ones that aren't called Urukai, are probably not Saruman's. Well, any case, what do you say? This looks like the right place. I fear that some of the orcs may have already passed into Curidwan. Even now, the life of Curidwan may be in jeopardy. Glorfindel and I will ensure that it is safe out here, and we will join you within when we can. Go now, and hurry. All right, let's hurry. Orcs and jackals have come to threaten the Curidwan and must be cleared from here. All right. Well then, I guess we could do that. Hello. No chance to laugh. Ooh. Let's get rid of the crippled condition before we head on. Well, so far it's one at a time. That's not going to be too difficult. Though I do see that we've got a little bit more coming with us up ahead. Hey, should we ambush this orc raider? I will slay the intruder! This is interesting that they're referring to me as an intruder, considering that they are currently performing a raid. I mean, they are definitely intruders themselves. I mean, okay, I guess technically I am a visitor, but I'm here as a visitor, not as a raider or anything like this, so I think it's less likely to be called an intruder. And, you know, unless she doesn't want us to visit again or anything like this, but I don't recall her saying anything like that, but it's been a while since that little bit of an adventure. Here we go. Now, why would this orc care about Saruman? I have absolutely no idea. I know, there's always that little bit of a problem that you have. I will slay this intruder! I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. At least bad news from your point of view. Someone's behind the house. Is it Curidwan? Or is it... Nope, definitely not Curidwan. You are not an orc, are you? No, you are not. And that's relief to me. I must be a relief to you as well, yes? If you are here to dine with Curidwan, as I must tell you that she is no longer here. Luhamkin, I was quite disappointed to learn that our friend's absence, as was I. But perhaps it will be just as well. Neither of us expected the orcs to find the hidden way into Curidwan. Someone with more in the way of brains must have helped them to find it, but they are not welcome. Who, the orcs or the someone that helped them? Oh,
What have you found? Is Curidwan safe?
Only she would know for certain, stranger. But she is not here.
Well, where is she?
that's Gandalf. or Ichabod.
When I arrived here for dinner, as is my custom, she was
Ikanush.
already gone.
But where has she gone? Is there no indication of her road?
Well, do you have an indication of her road? I cannot say for certain, but when last we spoke, Curidwan had crafted a salve that could help fight against the Lagdabrit, the blight tainting the woods hereabouts. She expressed a desire to bring it not only to the groves here in Imhular, but also those further east in Adagine. I must do this, Usachar, she said to me. What is the hurry? I responded. But there must have been some need for haste after all. She has always been a friend of the Kentai, and if she possesses a means of curing the dying forest, she will share it without question. She has a big heart, our Curidwan. Often she speaks of her purpose in these lands, to heal them and to fortify against evil. She would not appreciate these orcs in their homes. I know that. She must have gone already to Adagine and missed their arrival entirely. Yes, apparently so. Well?
Then it is to Adagim we must go. Have you any further questions for this man, Usakar, Glorfindel?
Just one, my friend.
One question, all right?
Is that bog lurker wearing a hat?
Good grief. Apparently so. Yeah. Wait, Bog Lurker looks familiar. It is true. That was my favorite hat. But Luhamgina kept stealing it right off my head. Not only that, but no matter how often I think that she is slain, Luhamgina somehow keeps coming back. Eventually, I decided to just let her keep it. Okay, well, I suppose that comes to a reasonable accommodation. So, are we heading for Adagim then?
The answers to my questions must wait until we find Curidwan somewhere within Adagim.
I am nothing if not patient, Pine Leaf. I trust that you have not heard otherwise. Maybe I should best not answer that.
What can Thorvillon tell us of the woods into which we must go?
If Curidwan has gone ahead into Adagim, that is where our road must lead. But it is the foolhardy traveler who passes into an unfamiliar land without knowledge. We must not be unprepared. What can Thorvillon tell us of the woods into which we must go? Okay, well, I suppose we should ask him then.
What can I tell you about Adagim that will not pain me? Very little, my friend.
There's very little I could tell you that won't pain me. So much of the emerald wood has been tainted by blight and corruption that the beautiful forest of my youth seems somehow unreal. When the Orcakai came north, something they brought with them damaged the soil. The blight that slew the trees in Imhular began first in Adagim, taking the form of a terrible fungal rot. Many groves of my people were abandoned, until only Sul Madash remained unspoiled. The Adagim of today is a nightmarish, boggy wilderness, despite the efforts of the Kentai. Some of us fled westward to Vartulin, or to Shornath besides in the Kud. But I fear that it is only a matter of time before the blight consumes every tree that once grew within the emerald wood of Nisigim. Perhaps Inkanush and Curidwan together will be able to fight at Pine Leaf. I hope that it is so. Hurry to speak with Askai at the border of Vodagim, and hasten the meeting of these two wise ones. All right. What's going to happen? We're going to have to wait and find that out in the next episode of the Song of Waves and Wind.